think it's safe to say that after a bit of a wobbly start with the Xbox One, Microsoft have recovered quite nicely from that and have of course gone on to start catching up to the PS4's lead, and of course are doing interesting things with the upgraded console, the Xbox Scorpio. But despite this, the rumours and reports always surface every now and again that Microsoft is going to call console gaming a day after the current iteration, or what have you. And now Michael Pachter, who has been a very chatty fellow as of late, has spoken on the likelihood of Microsoft ditching dedicated games hardware in the next 10 years. Before I go on, however, I just want to very quickly say that it was fireworks night yesterday, and of course it's still the weekend at the moment, so there's probably going to be some fireworks going off. I'll try my best to obviously minimise that, but obviously kind of hard to avoid it entirely given that most of my neighbours seem to be having a late fireworks night party tonight. Anyway, and Michael Pachter said, quote, "No, I think Microsoft is going to try to build this transition from console to PC, and I think Microsoft will probably come up with a set of products that will play games whether you own a console or not. Every Xbox game made by them is already on both Xbox One and Windows 10, and I think they will start publishing games that will be playable on and downloadable to a Surface Pro. I think Microsoft is ready to embrace the migration of gaming off the console to devices that people already own, and that would expand the market for software. I think that Microsoft would like to host it. They would like to host the multiplayer and run the store for downloading software. So I actually think that they have the right approach, because money is not in selling the hardware, running the software, the money is in running online services and offering a storefront. So be like Apple, where you make money on the iTunes store, and I think that's where Microsoft would like to be for the world. And to be honest, like, if that is Microsoft's future, and obviously this is pure speculation from Pachter, they need to really work on the Windows Store really badly, because it's horrible. It's a mess. I mean, I'm not exactly saying like a 10 out of 10 original comment here. I think pretty much everyone ever who's had to use that thing to download Gears of War 4 or whatever has discovered that, well, it's a steaming pile of dog shit. So if this is the future that they want, to just be a digital distribution publisher or whatever you want to call it, they need to really step up their game. Do I see them moving away from console hardware? Maybe eventually, but not anytime soon, to be honest. I mean, obviously they had a bit of a rough start for the Xbox One, and they are very much playing catch up against the PS4 sales and all that, but of course they're seeing success with the Xbox One S, and of course when the Scorpio comes out it could be really interesting, and of course if that is successful for them, then we might see that push for power more in console and see PC and console become more interchangeable. Obviously there's always going to be a power differential between the two, because, well, a PC can constantly evolve assuming you have the cash for it, whereas a console is going to remain the same for however many years. So I don't see them quitting that market anytime soon. I mean, obviously if they have another couple of bad runs like they had at the start of the Xbox One era, then they might decide to pack it in and just become like the person who makes PC games and not really focus on consoles, maybe support their old consoles but not make any new ones. But I think if that future is coming for them, it's a ways off. Do I see them becoming purely just, hey, we'll sell games, we'll sell software? Possibly, I could see that working for them. To be honest, I mean, a lot of games that are published by Microsoft are pretty good. You know, Record, despite its mixed reviews, from what I've heard, is a really good game. Gears of War 4 again, really good game. And, you know, hopefully Scalebound will be good. And they have a history of publishing some good stuff, both indie and AAA. So they definitely have the library for it. But again, if that's the future they want to do, and it could be viable if hardware doesn't work out for them, they need to step up their game, because, of course, you know, fighting against Steam is hard enough without your store being an absolute joke. So that's my opinion on that. But, of course, I'd love to hear your opinions. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.